Welcome to a Red Alert, or like Command & Conquer Red Alert 2 vs 2 between Candy77 in the yellow with his teammate Burner David in red. This is Boerefijn 1 in the blue with his teammate Guilo in a very good looking green. A very bright green. I like it. So, on this map there are crates, weird looking pieces of terrain, and well, not actually that much in terms of ore. There isn't that much ore. Red just spreading their units out. Over here we've got, of course... Wait, did you just move through the terrain? If so, I didn't know that that would be possible. Anyways, over here, advanced power plant, yada yada. Barracks, alright. Well, factory, way more important. And, well, a couple of units getting shot at, but oh well, who cares. Over here, war factory is out for ore truck, makes sense. And over here, no war factory yet, but double refinery, so I guess you also have your expansion just like that. Over here, ore double, and here, ore and war factory. However, war factory not for the second truck. No, they are going heavy tank immediately, which means that red economy will suffer, but they will have better army. Scouting with a heavy tank, it might not be ideal in my eyes, but oh well. Heavy tank there, getting shot at, and indeed it really is just scouting. Sitting there and will get killed. Double war factory over here now for blue, double war factory over here for green, including repair pad. Only one, there is the second war factory, alright, and here double as well. Another MZV. Okay, and triple war factory. Well, the reason I'm like, again, is like, the previous match I cast was a 1v1 where we actually had some proxy bases in a Command & Conquer game, without it being CNC4. But over here now, green, targeting the refinery doesn't actually matter all that much in this case, because there is a second one. So as long as this one stays up, it doesn't really matter. However, it's not going to stay up. So it does matter. Economy for yellow completely halted. They need to get up another refinery, and otherwise they have a big problem. Red over here with a proxy base in their teammates' base. Sure. Not the most logical in my eyes, but oh well. Tesla Tower now trying to take down light tanks, which also doesn't work nearly as well as you would have hoped. Most likely Tesla Tower over there, I mean, sure. But it didn't even, like, touch these tanks. So not sure what you are going to do. Over here, light tank will survive for now, will just sneak through. And there is another MZV over here for red. Red, what's your plan with like setting up this proxy base? Why there? It's not even on the entrance. Medium tanks with small turrets, I feel. But maybe that's just me. I don't know, could they have like a mod installed that makes the turret cap like smaller? Doesn't really matter because they still do damage though. Both of the Tesla towers going down. Medium tanks, if they are microed well, you could actually take down the construction yard. However, it should not be like that. Just saying. Okay, and it will not be like that. So, heavy tanks coming out for red, and well, this makes... I wanted to say this makes a lot of sense that they're expanding with a lot of war factories, but it does not make sense because they built a whole bunch of construction yards. Do those things generate cash or something? The only player who's actually doing something that makes sense in my eyes is green. Because the first thing they did was choose a good color, made a lot of sense, and then they started attacking the enemy. Exactly what you should do in a war game. So, a lot of medium things, of course, good damage, good armor, and all that. And, well, we'll be moving towards red, and, well, what does red have in defense? Decent amount of tanks from them, a lot of heavy tanks. Could repair if some of them survive, and yeah, double Tesla tower, if they are not getting targeted, that does work quite okay. Because the main problem is just that they don't really have enough HP to survive an attack. Heavy tanks in front, of course, deal with that problem really well. Also, F9 rockets coming out, and I feel like the game is sped up, even though that doesn't make sense considering we're only 6 minutes in. And green and blue will have all of their tanks, a good amount of their tanks, get destroyed. Because yeah, these things deal a lot of damage. However, red, what do you have? Not actually that much once all of them run out of ammo. While this team, green, has turrets, caps laying around. And mammoth tanks from blue, but oh well, who cares about mammoth tanks, right? Blue is now doing some damage, but also getting a lot of damage dealt to them. We'll clean up some refineries, one of them at least. Doesn't actually do that much. Also, something that I didn't say, but like, this is like super duper ultra mega quick or replenishment, which is how they are able to keep so much production working. Normally that wouldn't happen, of course, with this little ore. Mammoth things over here will get damaged by the V9 rockets. But I wonder who's going to win? A whole bunch of super good damage dealing rockets or mammoth tanks that don't shoot and are outnumbered and get hit by Tesla towers? Answer is the V9 rockets. Here though, that's a lot of Apache helicopters, even though I don't think they are called Apaches in this game, but rather just like attack helicopters. Multiple sets of them. Okay, we're about 8 minutes in and all of a sudden the game seems to crash and I don't know what to do now. It's one of those weird crashes where the game seems to respond, but doesn't. Anyways, what I wanted to say, or maybe I have said that before the crash. Yeah, who would win? A whole bunch of mammoth tanks, medium tanks, or V9 rockets? Answer was V9 rockets because the tanks were not shooting. Now though, a lot of Tesla towers over here, dealing good damage against buildings and all of the other good stuff, and V9s now for blue. Green seems to have switched into the attack helicopters mainly, though they do still have, of course, a decent amount of these little tanks. These medium tanks, which don't really have that much damage compared to like Tesla towers, mammoth tanks, heavy tanks, and that's why they probably went for this many damn helicopters. I'm honestly surprised that they are even trying to use these. I mean, they don't have that many helipads, though I guess with 20,000 in the bank they could just buy new ones every single time. And honestly, it's working. If they have enough of them, they can just snipe all of these little construction yards, because there aren't that many here for red and yellow. Looking at the amount of ammo they still have, it's quite a decent amount. Getting all of the refineries gone sounds like a good plan, but it's not actually as good as you might expect. Just because, well, they buy a new one. Or capture the one from their teammate, which isn't as useful as in Tiberium Dawn. I mean, in Tiberium Dawn you can of course capture one that is just full HP, which you can't really do now, so it's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it seems like the green and blue team has so much more eco, though I can't really verify that right now, that they seem to be running away with it. Blue is dealing enough damage on the south side, even though they kind of stopped their offensive over here, and red has a lot of army over here in their like Scud rockets, Scud launchers, V9 rockets, however you want to say it. But yeah, this is a good amount of tanks here, and blue has more than yellow has, let's say it like that. Also, Tesla towers cannot hit air units, so at least they can't in like campaign and all that. So I assume they can't in multiplayer even. So if they snipe those, then there is not really that much. I mean, red has a lot of V9s. But look, these ore trucks have all stopped working, because there isn't actually any way for yellow, and possibly red, not completely sure, at least not over here, to actually like use all of the cash that is in those harvesters right now. Red of course does have like some ore refineries over here, and has a good amount of kills, like 800 kills, like damn. How do you have that many? I don't know. Anyways, yellow now gives it up, and that kind of spells the end for red as well, because no matter what, a 2v1 is not going to be likely. Over here now the MiGs coming in after the power plant, which would take all of the Tesla towers offline at once. I just wonder, is that even a good idea? I mean, they could buy a new one for 500. And they do it in like a second, maybe two, with the amount of MCVs they have. So I don't think that actually like going for the power plants in this case is a good idea. Look, this is good idea. Why is this a good idea? Well, because this is a sniping force that can actually just snipe every single refinery in a single run. Because look, these are almost all with like a good amount of ammo left. But they're running away, which doesn't make most sense to me. Oh well. Also like V9s, look, they do a bunch of damage. However, green still has like 24,000 in the bank, blue has 23,000 in the bank. It's a matter of time until red just gets destroyed. All of these attack helicopters moving in once again, sniping a power plant. Just a simple power plant. But look, they have a lot of ammo left, a lot of tanks over here, still a good amount of attack helicopters here, MiGs ready to launch. It would just be a matter of time until blue and green win this. Let's be honest. Yellow has already been defeated, and it's not a 2v1 red would be able to win, even with this amount of Scud launchers. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left, but that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. There's eco. There's eco. This eco is what gives green and blue the win. Like damn, that's a lot of ore.